Hi, Ted Morrissey. I just want to make a quick video welcoming you to this orientation course for the MFA in Writing program at Lindenwood University. Full disclosure, this is the first time I've taught this course, but I've been teaching courses for Lindenwood since I think 2016, maybe 2017, somewhere around in there. I, by choice, have always taught literature classes because I feel like the most valuable thing that a writer can do to learn their craft is to read really good, really interesting stuff. But to read it as a writer, to kind of look at how the author is accomplishing what they're accomplishing on the page. And so as a result, I teach courses in like the novella and long story. I teach a course in Shakespeare. I teach a course in experimental writing. I've taught Joyce's Ulysses a few times, etc. So that's just a few of the courses I've taught and teach regularly. But I do also obviously think that it's important for writers to just write and to work on their craft through, a structured kind of program like this. As you know, our textbook is Never Say You Can't Survive: How to Get Through Hard Times by Making Up Stories by Charlie Jane Anders. And even though this is the first time I've taught the course, I've had this book for a year or two, and it's a good one. So I think it's a great choice for the class as well. I just wanted to point out that, like I said, I've been doing this for a number of years for Lindenwood and really enjoy teaching these Lindenwood courses online. And I've stayed in touch with a lot of my former students, mainly through social media. We follow each other on Twitter or Instagram or something like that, and occasionally exchange some emails and that sort of thing as well. And I can tell you that graduates of this program are successful writers, depending on what you want to consider successful. But what I mean by that is that they regularly get their work published, whether it's fiction, whether it's nonfiction, whether it's poetry. They are on the editorial boards of literary journals. They are publishing in anthologies. They are editing anthologies. They're teaching writing. So they are definitely putting their skills to good use that they honed in this MFA program. And of course, nothing can make a teacher feel better than to see their former students doing whatever it is that they did in their class and being rewarded for it, again, through publication, through active involvement in the literary community and so on. It definitely is happening. Again, I can attest to that after having done this for a number of years and staying in touch. And whenever I see my former students post because they've got this published or that published, or they're editing this or editing that, I always am sure to share it and try to get the word out as much as possible. So I'm looking forward to working with you this session. And I mentioned in the written notes that I'll obviously try to get back to you very quickly if you have questions via email, but I'm also available for video conferences and for phone calls. If you want to reach out and have a real-time dialogue, I'm happy to do that. Some students like to do that if they are having a particular issue, but other students just like to do that because they just want to have a little more human contact. And as I say, don't worry if we are out of sync in terms of our time zones. I'm happy to get up a little early or stay up a little late to accommodate if we are wildly out of sync in terms of where you live and where I live. And I list there a whole, bunch of countries where I have had conversations with people in just the last year or so. So it's a regular thing for me. So don't hesitate to reach out if you would like to do that for one reason or another. I'm going to stop there because I don't want this video to be too long. But as I say, I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'm sure we'll have a great time this session.